Hey guys, sorry about that. My phone went all kind of wonky. I'm not sure why, so I just had to fix a few things. So we were unboxing and kind of just to go through of this beautiful oracle deck here. It's something that I saw. I kind of liked it. I put it in my cart and just kind of left it there, and then came across it again, and this time it like really spoke to me, so I got it. It is illustrated by Giada Rose. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it right. Lorraine Anderson and Juliette Diaz. I did read their introductions. I will try this again. Hopefully my phone decides to not act up again. Lorraine Anderson is the founder of Spirit Element, a spiritual wellness boutique, spirit guides, a blog devoted to the modern mysticism, and co-founder of Sacred Craft Academy, an online school for that and like spiritual truth. She has more than 10 years experience as a herbalist, aromatherapist, crystal healer, and practitioner of magical and earth-based arts. She draws her practice from her varied cultural heritage, which includes Benesh, Romanian, and Irish. Julia Diaz is an indigenous Tiano Cubana, a bruja, healer, and seer from a long line of healers. Curandos, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly, I apologize if I'm not, in brackets it says healers and witches. She is a well-known and highly respected speaker. Signs of her natural gifts of healing, energy, reading, and communication with spirits, plants, nature, and other realms shone through at the age of 3. She believes magic lives within us all and feels passionately about inspiring others to step into their truth. She has a Master's of Science in Herbal Medicine. She is also a best-selling author. Her book, Witchery, Embrace the Witch Within. And then they talk a little bit about the illustrator. Giada Rose is a Kentucky-based illustrator and designer interested in the gossamer threads that stretch between magic, nature, femininity, and art. Her childhood was spent moving around the American West. She's lived in 7 states thus far, was born in Italy, and she continues to feel the nomadic pull. Her work is infused with a longing for the old ways and a love of the seasons, mythology, historical customs, tarot, and folklore. She particularly enjoys fairy tales from around the world and strives with her paintings to create a portal into stillness and a tinge of nostalgia for a magical place and a bygone time. Prints and originals of her work are available in her Etsy shop, Giada Rose. You can find her on Instagram. It gives all her Instagram information, and then obviously the acknowledgement page here. It's just really pretty. I like all the designs in here. Talks about introduction to the cards. Yeah, it talks about them talking about a wheel of the year oracle card. So with Samhain being the first Sabbath. And then about the cards, I think it was in here. Yeah, so each card includes an original poem written by Juliet. These poems can be used in your spells, rituals, potion making, and meditations as an invocation to call in the energy of each card. You will also find key terms, a bit of information about the card, and card meanings for both their upright and reversal positions. Reversed meanings are not always bad. They are some that are more positive than their upright counterparts. You will find the word death being used at many times throughout, but have no worry, we would never presume to know the death of any person. Alrighty. So, and then they talk about some card spreads. 3 card spread. So interview your deck spread, graveyard spread. That's those 2 there. The spiritual council spread, reclaiming my power spread. The rotten apple spread, the transformation spread. Weekly outlook spread, the witch's tool spread. Well, there's a lot of spreads in here for an oracle deck. The moon phase spread, shadow spread. The healer spread, coming up winter spread. The Athame spread. So there's quite a bit of spreads in here. So 3 card spread. So that's 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 14 different spreads in here. So that's interesting. And then it goes into the cards, about the cards. So it's quite a thick, informative little deck. So let's take the plastic off of this. There we go. Oh, these feel really nice. So there's the back of the cards, which I really love. See the hands here with like the tree, and then the full moon. And there's the side. Beautiful gilding. So one thing about gilding, obviously the more you use it, the gilding starts kind of chipping. I don't particularly fuss too much about it because it's my cards are used, right? So some people will kind of stress about if the gilding starts getting chipped. Then, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. It's just, it's gonna happen. You use your cards, that's gonna happen. So, alrighty. You can tell they're new, they're sticking. Definitely a gloss. It's got a bit of a gloss to it, as you can see, but not too much. Cardstock is really nice. It's not too thick, but it's not too thin, and it's flexible for shuffling. Alrighty, so this is the first card, All Hallows Eve. Call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Cast an unforgiving howl as you stomp your might through the ground. I really love the imagery. Try and hold it so you don't get the glare. So that's card 1. I'll just make some space here so I can put it there. And then this is card number 2, which is the altar. It's a beautiful altar. A sacred devotion, a worship skin deep, rising from the ashes, the waters you keep. So I won't read all of them. Just like I said, my phone's being a little wonky right now. I cleared some stuff that was off my phone. So, all right. So this is the ancestor one. I really like this one. This is pretty. So, and you can see like an ancestor right here. And then you can see the image here lying down. And there's the apples card. So I believe it was split up into Samhain, or like Samhain objects, witch tools or something, and something else. I can't remember. I was hoping I would have been able to find it in here. Because I remember when I was watching the video of this, they were saying that. So this is card number 5. Banshee. I love this. And this is card number 6. Bat. You can tell they're brand new because they're like sticking, but once you start using them and shuffling them, that goes away. Black cat. This is nice. Broom. Candle magic. Now, obviously, I can't really give a review because I haven't worked with this deck. I literally just got it. Cauldron. Coming of winter. Crystals and herbs. Oh, I really like this one. Dark moon. This one's nice too. I love the divination table. Divination. This is nice too. Elders. Elements. Frog. Graveyard. Oh, this is nice too. Greet the darkness. Grief. So I will definitely shuffle these after we're done just kind of going through them. Haunted. And then I'll just do like a little quick card pull, just see what comes up, and then kind of read the meaning, just to kind of give you an idea of what the readings look like. I love this one. Healing. Intuition. Journey. Mischief. Natural spirits. Owl. And this is It's number 28, potions and spells. Protection. Pumpkin. Rebirth. Reflection. Ritual. Rooted. Seduction. Oh, I love this. Basically naked in the pictures because, you know, the little clothing that they're wearing is very see-through. I love that. Silence. This is card number 36. Oh, I love this one too. Spider. Third harvest, which that's what Samhain is. Samhain is the third harvest. It's the last harvest. Transformation. The underworld. I love this. The veil. Voices. Witch. Grab hold. Allow the dwelling fire within belly awaken all that is. A mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots living in the alchemy of self. I love that. And the last card, Wolf. Devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. It's a beautiful card. So yeah, there are a few that were different from when I seen like the older deck. So all right. So they're not too big for my hands. You see my hands aren't exactly very large, so they shuffle quite nicely. I'm just gonna turn around here. Oh, it's a little chilly here. But I'm stubborn. I don't want to close my window because I actually enjoy the crisp air. So they do shuffle very nicely. And like I said, the cards don't really stick. I've seen some decks where they're like super, super glossy. So when you try to shuffle, the cards tend to stick. So I'm just gonna move that there. It's my Hocus Pocus mug. And I'm just gonna move my lovely pumpkin spice candle here. I just want to see how they fan out, because sometimes I do like separate in 3 and then pull a card. Sometimes I like to fan them out. Yep, so they fan out quite nice. Perfect. Definitely will be saging them. Just, you know, a nice smoke cleanse. Little dedication. I just want to pull a card for you guys just to see how, just so you guys can see, you know, what it says in the card. Give them a nice good shuffle. Alrighty. We already read that one, so let's get a different one, guys. Come on. You know what? Maybe we'll do this. Third harvest. Let's see what third harvest says. So we got the third harvest, which is card number 38. So I like that they're numbered because I can literally, especially if I'm doing my reading in the morning, I can just, you know, go through very quickly. 38, 33, 36, 37. So it should be right here. All right, so there we go. See, it's in color. And it's got the same thing that is written here on the card here as well. It gives you keywords. So gathering, abundance, preparation. And then the little, what's written on the card. Daughters of the woods, feel thy sacred swell with subtleness. Taste the gathering of honey's milk, filling your emptiness. So it just talks about the card here. Samhain served as a practical holiday that told our ancestors to prepare for the coming of winter. The third harvest was a time to gather up the remainder of crops and prepare and store them to have enough food to last the harsh conditions. The last of the wheat would be ground to flour. The remains of fruits and vegetables would be pickled and canned, and meats salted. Everything with a shelf life was stored in underground cellars and packed with ice. Though winters might be harsh and gathering up your food is hard work, there is a feeling of abundance and pride in getting prepared. Imagine looking at your food stores and seeing a physical representation of your work. Imagine seeing the abundant rewards of planting your seeds and nourishing them as they grow. We are lucky we no longer have to face the conditions in the modern world. Refrigerators and grocery stores make it easy for us to have food all year round. Perhaps that is why the overall idea of preparation is no longer as important to us. If you are holding the third harvest, you are being guided to gather up your accomplishments, to celebrate your wins. Take a look at everything you've done and achieved. Make a store of these wins to come back to whenever you are feeling low or like you failed. The easiest way to attract more abundance is to feel abundant. Having this stockpile of feel-good moments will kickstart you and help. So kickstart you and help, and can help turn around feelings of lack or stagnation. Sorry about that. Apparently I can't read today. And then we'll just read the reverse, just so we know. Reversed, when the third harvest is in reverse, you are being guided to be better prepared. Now is not the time to act impulsively. Your situation needs a plan of action, or you may need to learn some new skills. Perhaps you need further advice or time to see if this is something that you truly want. Be sure you know your stuff before making a move. And then it gives you a little spell here. I know some of the cards have a spell that go with it. So this is a money anointing oil. And then it tells you to make and use. So it gives you how to make it and what you would use it for. I actually have a really, really good money oil here. that I use, and it works because I've made 2 money candles for both my daughters for their business, and they are doing very well. So just gonna shuffle it. I'm gonna pull one more card because my phone seems to be working with me. So let's try and get another card. Let's see what card we get. Ooh, we have apples, which is card number 4. All right, guys. Apples. I love the trees. It looks like birch trees in the background. So card number 4. Let's check it out. And card number 4. So keywords: deception, mistrust, rotten, which, if you know Snow White, your Disney princesses, remember the witch gives her the poisonous apple? And if you look at the face, you see it's got a very deceptive look in there. To taste, one must swallow it whole, and beneath the satin flame hides drowning waters. Okay. We all know the story of Snow White taking the apple from her stepmother, who masquerades as a sweet old crone. It's a wise old tale that's existed long before Disney ever made it into a movie, and a warning that things are not always as they seem. Sometimes our greatest enemy is hiding behind the mask of a savior. Oh, boy, do I know that. Death is infused into something meant to give us life, and someone pretending to be our friend is luring us into a trap. There are rotten apples in the world who will take advantage of those who trust without pause. They come bearing gifts to gain your trust. Their faces are in all shapes, sizes, and colors. These people always get their due, one way or another. When an apple appears in your spread, it is a warning to pause before making any decisions about someone or a situation. You do not have all of the facts yet, and there could be danger for you now. Sorry, I just keep looking at my phone to make sure it's still good. Betrayal and deception are likely, so be vigilant. You must tread carefully until everything comes to light. This is especially true for you if you have also pulled the seduction card. Someone may be taking advantage of you or setting you up for failure. And then the reverse: don't be a rotten apple. When this card is reversed, it is telling you to be mindful of how you direct your energy towards others. Often someone will attack another out of jealousy or fear. Or you may be lashing out at someone for something that has nothing to do with them. But throwing someone under the bus always brings negative karma onto yourself tenfold. Evil never wins, and neither will you if you attempt to harm someone so that you can get ahead. Know that you can still achieve your dreams without stepping on others. Also know that directing your emotions towards others will not solve your problems. I like that. Oh, Banshee just caught my eye. This one here. Keywords: bad omens, wrath. Heed my warning, dear child, for what I hold is far from unsung lullabies. Swallow a nail and you can expect bleeding from within. Interesting. Okay, I like this. It's not all you know, rainbows and unicorns, you know, and I actually really like that. Um, I liked the darker aspect of the cards, which is actually what drew my attention to it, um, to this oracle. And I actually have a tarot deck that I've actually been drawn to, and it's got a little bit more of a darker um, side to it as well, which is I think it's Murder Crows or something like that. Um, I think it came out last year, actually. And I've noticed further down in my practice, and the longer I'm practicing, I'm actually becoming more comfortable with both sides of magic, like both sides of the coin, so to speak. You know, a lot of people say, you know, there's black magic and white magic, and, you know, there's good magic and bad magic. And magic is magic. It's not black nor white. It's all about intent and the person who is performing the magic, who is doing the magic, and their intent. So that's how I feel about it, and that's kind of where I am. Do I believe in cursing, hexing, anything like that? I wouldn't say that I don't believe in doing it. I do believe that it would be extreme circumstances that if I ever did do it, it would have to be like extreme circumstances as to why I would perform that. Banishing, I have done banishing, and banishing and cursing and hexing are completely different. So it's a misconception. A lot of people think that they're the same. They're not. So but yeah, I really like these cards. I love them. I haven't even worked with them yet, and I love them. I really do feel the energy in this card. Sorry, my dog, it's snoring in the background, so I apologize if you guys can hear it. And I'm excited to work with these cards. I will more than likely work with these even past Samhain.